Friday afternoon on the Rich Lieberman Media Pulse. Forgive my voice, forgive my demeanor, my looks. I've been battling this real crappy cold, and I'm not like turmoil. It's like a bad cold, stuffed up, in the voice. So I'll just battle it out. Got a couple of headlines to talk about on this late Friday. Now, I've gotten several communications, emails about a couple of things. Joe Fonzi, the veteran, longtime Bay Area sports anchor, KTVU. And where's he been? He's been gone. Lengthy amount of time. And what's going on at KRON as they look for a new general manager. And we'll talk about that in a second. But let's first start out with this situation involving Joe Fonzi. I absolutely have no idea where Joe Fonzi is. Presumably, and I've reached out to various sources who would know, they have no idea. So my best guess, based on these kind of things happening, Fonzi's been around for many, many years, worked at KPIX long time ago, and has been at KTVU for years, almost 20 years. And my thinking is that he's either on a leave of absence, he's taken some time off, which he's allowed to do because he's kind of a veteran person, and he's just kind of laying low. I don't think there's anything irksome like a health situation. Could be wrong. I don't know, folks. But I have checked out, talked to people who also do not know. And I don't think this is a mystery that's got everybody, losing sleep. And that's not a knock on Joe Fonzi. But, it's just the way it is. And KTVU, and this is kind of more of a Fox MO, they've sort of downplayed their own local sports segments on their stations. So in that event, Fonzi might be taking time, and probably any day now is going to retire, or like a lot of other people, get a buyout offer from Fox and run with it, because they're letting sports go like everything else. They really don't ID it as something major, which is kind of odd given the fact that all their television stations are amongst Fox over the air in general. And of course, Fox covers the NFL, right? So you would think that they would care about sports. Nah, they're penny pinching and trying to cut costs like everybody else. So in any event, that's the update on Joe Fonzi. If I hear of anything more pointed, more specific, I will, of course, relay that to you. Now, KRON. KRON is putting out ads in the trades looking for a new general manager. The other GM, Jim Rose, was basically told bye-bye, and he took off. Not somebody who retired on his own volition. So KRON, which is Nexstar, they own KRON. The word is, I just read one of their ads in the trades. They're offering like $375,000 plus to be the GM at KRON. Now, that may sound like a lot of money, but to be a general manager in a major market, that's not a lot of money. But beyond that, that's a thankless job. I was talking to somebody today, a TV, shall we say, official, who's worked in and out television in LA, San Francisco. And if whoever is going to take that job or be seriously considered is going to tell Nexstar, KRON, that they get a 1-year guarantee. A 1-year guarantee. Otherwise, nobody's going to take that job. The only person who takes that job is in for a lot of stress and a lot of aggravation, a lot of disappointment, because what do? You're kind of up against it in many ways. The one years and years and years ago, they paid a lot more money because you had a lot more responsibility. You had actual consideration and a centerpiece in constructing the future of the television station. Even KRON, this was post NBC, post Young Broadcasting. But these days, $375,000 a year, that's not cheap. But living in San Francisco, living in the Bay Area, you got a family? And that, again, that's a lot of money. But it's not a lot of money if you're settling into San Francisco and you got to raise family. So I don't know who takes it. Somebody's going to take the job because it's a GM at a San Francisco Bay Area television station. But there's a lot of drama in that job. And by the way, any day now, the news director at KRON, a guy by the name of Josh Palevsky, I don't think he's buying a house anytime soon in the Bay Area, which translation means he could be gone any day now. Of course, he could be gone. I think he's not long for that job. There's a lot of issues taking place. There's a lot of personnel situations that are happening. Now you got a GM who basically was fired without being fired. It's just a thankless gig, right? So there you have the situation at KRON. Lastly, and I didn't put this in the headline, but I will repeat this ad nauseum. It is beyond embarrassing what is happening at KCBS. They have breadcrumbs filling it. They have these vagabond traffic anchors in the odd hours. They have a meandering morning team. They have a very, very overrated afternoon drive team. Sports reporters who have about as much passion and reality and credibility as a diseased parrot. Reporters coming and going. Absolutely no direction, no motivation, an absolute shit show. Look that up. And how does it continue to happen? Because you have mismanagement on top of corporate mismanagement on top of overall decay. That is KCBS, a sunken ship that is just struggling to stay above water. There's a lot of change coming to KCBS, and it's not very positive. All right. Thanks. We'll see you later. Have a great Friday, and please contribute to my cause here so I can continue to give you my opinions, my scoops, my information, and yes, of course, sometimes my entertainment. I apologize again for the voice. I took off a lot of time this week, getting a little bit better, but I got to go conserve the voice. Thanks for watching. Please contribute to my 415 Media. And thank you to all of you who continue to make donations and contribute.